What's happening, YouTube? It's Hush Boy and YouTube did Hush Boy Sports. I may have ran across the best software out there for daily fantasy sports. Tell me I'm lying. Fantasy sports is one of the most stressful things I've ever done in my life. I did it one time and one time only. I tried fantasy football for one season. It was cool for like the first week or two. But after a second, it became like a whole job trying to figure out which player to start in which position, who's going to have a good day, who's the sleeper that nobody's expecting to have a good day. It was almost like going to school and doing research. Like I caught myself looking at ESPN early Sunday mornings, looking at fantasy shows to see who the best person to start and all kind of bullshit, just to figure out who's the best player to play. So I just stopped playing fantasy sports altogether. It was starting to add extra gray hair on me that I didn't need. Shout out to Draft Dashboard. If you play fantasy sports, you need this software right here. This is gonna eliminate a lot of stress for you. It's an easy way to make your lineups for your daily fantasy sports. It shows you a detailed breakdown of everything. I'm gonna walk you through this thing, show you how to use it real quick. Walk with me, show you how easy it is to make a lineup. First button we're gonna start off with is the Browse Teams button. You got every Major League Baseball team under here. And it shows you the top 5 players for that team, their position, their health status, their dash rank. Now, their dash rank is the most important number. There's the definition of dash rank right there. You can read it if you want to, but let me just translate what all that means right there. They basically take all the important DFS statistics, combine that with the upcoming matchup, and it comes out to a number. That's the dash rank number. That's the most important number right there. The dash rank is the number you're gonna look at to make the decision on who's playing good or who you need to put in your lineup. The higher the dash rank, the better. And if you just hover over their dash rank number, it shows you all those important DFS stats that we were talking about. You can also see their daily salary and their average fantasy points per game. We're gonna go ahead and watch this Paul guy. Got my eye on you. Think I'm gonna add you to the squad. And then once you hit this watch button right here, you add him to your watch players tab right here. Let's go on to the next button. You can see all the top players for the day based on that dash rank we were talking about earlier, the most important number. This right here shows you how good their opponent is. Green means their opponent is sorry. Yellow means they alright. Red means their opponent is real good. You can see the player's health, whether the game is home or away, whether they're hot, whether they're cold, their batting order. This right here shows you this pitcher going against this team. It shows you this player right here is going against this pitcher, and it shows you the OPS. What is the OPS? Let me show you. The OPS for a batter means they hitting home runs, they scoring, they getting on base, they scoring fantasy points. OPS for a pitcher means they get strikeouts, ain't nobody scoring, they getting you fantasy points. OPS needs to be high for a batter and low for a pitcher. Other fantasy players are not getting this information right here. You can see how many fantasy points they had the last 3 games. What's their average on fantasy points? Their last 3 games, innings pitched and at-bats. Their average, their ERA. Let me target some more players. I'm gonna go by top players and I'm gonna break it down by money wise because I'm cheap. I'm a ball on a budget. I'm going with Nick. Got me a shortstop right there. I'm gonna add him to my watch list. Is that Pac-Man Jones? Pac-Man Jones still playing? I'm adding him to the watch list. The next button is the position optimizer button. Right here you can break down each position. We still need some outfielders. So let's go to some outfielders. See Trumbo, he's a good pick. He has a draft rank of 88. We're gonna ride with him. We're gonna add Mitch to the squad. Put him on the watch list. Let's go to the next tab. Let's find a sleeper. This way you can find cheap players that have been hot recently. I'm already watching 2 of them. That's good. This man been hot 3 games straight. Add him to the watch list. Okay, Jacoby. We'll add Jacoby to the watch list. Next button we're gonna look at is Find Studs button. This is a list of players that have a high possibility of getting a lot of fantasy points. We got one on the watch list already. Once you've made all your picks of who you want on your team, you go to the lineup optimizer. In the lineup optimizer, you see they have the 8 picks that are targeted right here. Then they added 2 more for me so I can use my max amount of money and gave me the best lineup I can get. I can randomize it and get some more players right here. They'll add 2 more in there for me. And see, now I got some money to mess around with so I can do these upgrades. That's what I want to do. We got a low dash rank right here on our second baseman right here. Allen, we got to get him out of here. If you like the lineup you got, go and ride with it. But I'm trying to max. I see a lot of upgrades I can make. So now all you do is save that lineup. And once you save that lineup, it is in your saved lineups. Boom, there it is right there. You can even make multiple lineups. If you don't want it, you can delete it, make some changes with the optimize button, or export it right to FanDeul or DraftKings. This software is a game changer, and you got every possible stat that you need right here in front of your face. You don't need to search all over the internet anymore. You don't need to watch all these other videos. Everything you need is right here. Other fantasy players don't have this. You need this. But don't take my word for it. If you want to try these draft fantasy tools for yourself for free for 7 days, hit the link in the description below. Tell them I sent you. I can't wait to football season. I wish I had this in the basketball season. I could have made some more little bread on the side. But in the meantime, in between time, y'all be cool like y'all be cool, man. This is Hush Boy, and I'm out this thing, man. Yonder.